Hi guys, Michelle Galliard here with MindCore and our final week. So the last 2 weeks we were talking about exercise, right? We were talking about like getting it up and going and getting that movement, right? So today we're going to talk about kind of the opposite side of that is what do you do to come down? So what do I recommend for calming techniques? So a lot of us are dealing with adrenal strength or lack thereof or over strength, over putting out that cortisol, right? So what do I recommend for kind of toning that down or supporting the adrenals? So besides unengaging in fights and controversy and drama, that's kind of a given for your adrenals. I have certain techniques that I do recommend with clients. So one that I do recommend in the evening especially is to create a time and a space where you have yourself calming down for bedtime. You can have time alone if that's beneficial, with a loved one if that helps. Maybe a spouse gives you a massage, maybe that's calming for you. I do recommend progressive muscle relaxation, and I have recommended this for a lot of people. I've used it myself. I didn't create one myself, and I don't have a specific person or app to recommend, because I do feel like everyone has their own voice that works best for them. Some like listening to a male's voice, some like listening to a female voice. You know, there's tons out there. I think even like YouTube Music or whatever version, Pandora, whatever is out there these days that you use, would have a version of progressive muscle relaxation. There's probably apps as well. But you just put that on. I used to use little ear things when I do it and lie in bed. It will have you one by one contract each muscle group completely. Like you start with the feet and then you move up usually. And so you contract each muscle like with everything you've got, and then completely let it go. And feel that differentiation. You know, it helps you know if you're doing this in your neck all day and you don't realize that's a common one, or belly, because a lot of us with gut issues are actually holding on too much in there. And then you let it all go. I mean, when I noticed that, to me it almost hurt to let go, because you realize how much pain has been constricted in there. And you let that go and you realize how that feels to let it go. It's a great way to seriously relax the muscles down. And another recommendation that I do give to all my clients, pretty much everyone I work with is spiraling to some degree in their mind. And so I recommend something called a worry journal. Don't worry, a worry journal, right? So it's a little thing you write down. You can put it in your notes on your phone if you prefer, but most people do like the actual journal. And it's when those thoughts are spiraling, especially at bedtime, is when they'll come, and we need to let that all go. And the mind is like, no, I have to make sure you remember this before or else, and blah, blah, blah. Thank you. Just talk to that thought. Thank you very much. I'm going to write it down right here in my worry journal. And if I need to revisit it, I've got it. Like, it's completely here. We can let go of it. I've got it right here. So 2 things. You're telling your mind it's contained. It will be remembered. We can let go of it for now. Thank it. Talk to your mind. Thank you for that thought. I've got it right here. Whenever I need to freak out and stress and worry about that again, I can look at my notes, right? It's also fun to look back later and be like, I was freaking out about that. That turned out totally fine. It's a good referral source for realizing that things work out okay that we're freaking out about in the moment, right? So put it down in your worry journal. Tell your mind, I've got it. If I need to remember it, it's right here. Add to that as you need to, right? And taking time off for self-care. So time off is one thing. If you're a mom or a business working male, or, you know, some type of avenue that's high stress, high needs, make sure you're taking time off from that. So couple things. Hubby and I do date night once a week so that we get time away from the kids and time to connect with my spouse. I do in the cooler months, which here is about 8 months out of the year. I like to take a bath, a nice warm bath, and just kind of, I'll put some lavender in maybe, or some bath salts, some Epsom magnesium, and just kind of take a break from the world. It feels so good to just heat my body up and relax. I do have a sauna. Sometimes we'll do that. Whatever works for you. Dr. Galliard recommends going out in nature is his big thing. Sit under a tree, just chill out under, you know, don't bring your phone. Don't bring me with you, not even me. And just chill out under a tree and just take time off. All these calming techniques. I have some of my clients create a word, calm, peace, relax, whatever your own trigger word is, you create for yourself, and find where you can feel at least a 0 to 1 in your body. So when we're freaking out, we might be a 10, right? So what would 1 be? Like, what would 0 feel like? I know people that deal with anxiety, it's a little scary to go lower than a 1 or 2. So as low as you feel comfortable going to until you've worked through that trauma stuff. But maybe you stay calm and you see what it feels like. Just take a moment to breathe. Don't get fancy in your breathing. Just breathe and feel what no tension in your body would feel like. What could that feel like, right? So taking time to do that helps train yourself to stop going in the opposite way. So training yourself to calm down is the greatest possibility you'll be able to get there is by practicing. So just like everything, we have to practice calming the heck down so that maybe when the person cuts you off with no blinker, my boys like to say, oh, I think you forgot blinker fluid. That person forgot blinker fluid. We won't freak out because we've already trained our brains to be able to stay cool in challenging situations. So that's my tidbit. I have more stuff coming for you in the written section, but have a wonderful day.